Ladies and gentlemen, your favorite white colonizer, Tal the Traveling Clack, coming to you live from Israel right now. We're taking a look at a very, very cool clip from an incredible activist, Isabella Hazan, Elisheva Hazan, from Montreal, from Canada. She's a Moroccan Jew, advocate for Israel, as well as Mosab Hassan
Do you think
Youssef.
it's about land, this conflict?
It's definitely not. It's not about land.
So, given that you don't think that it's about land, I don't think it's about land either. I think it's very complex. We see that the Palestinians have rejected a two-state solution on multiple occasions, whether it was in 1936, the Peel Commission, in 48, 2000, 2008 again. So what do you think of a tangible path forward? And do you think the solution is really a solution? Because we know that a solution where Jews are not able to live in the cradle of our civilization is not really a solution. And a solution where Palestinians are unhappy with it, or Arabs, local Arabs are not happy with it, as you would say, or Jews, isn't a solution because it does not fulfill the aspirations of either side. And specifically at this point in time, talking about a two-state solution will reward October 7th. So what do you think about the Palestinian rejectionism to a two-state solution? And how can Western governments and students on campus who care genuinely, there's a few who really do care about creating justice on the land, push forward with an idea or with a solution? And what do you think about this two-state solution is what I want to ask you.
Why don't we realize the problem first?
Okay.
Before we start talking about solutions. The problem, everybody is talking about solution while they actually being part of the problem.
Right.
And I tell them, first of all, realize that you are the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Your protest is the problem. Your indoctrination online is the problem. Spreading false narrative is the problem. Empowering the victim narrative is the problem. Once they realize this, then we can talk about solution. The Arabs, way before they were called Palestinians. Back in 1948, they were not Palestinians.
Not yet.
Our ancestors, they were just Arabs. They had an opportunity to declare their independence the same way the Jewish people had the opportunity to declare their independence after the UN partition. Mm-hmm. The Jewish people declared their independence in 1948. The Arabs declared war against the Jewish people.
And I want to.
Then they came.
I want to just clarify too, for everybody who doubts the whole two-state solution thing. I'm against two-state solution, but there was an opportunity. There was a brief period of time where there could have been a two-state solution, and it could have existed in a relative amount of peace. And the Palestinians would be controlling Jerusalem. They'd be controlling the West Bank. They'd have a lot more territory. There was an opportunity where that reality could have happened. And given if Palestinians would have calmed the fuck down, if Arabs in the region would have calmed the fuck down and acted like human beings and acted like civilized human beings, and saw that, hey, we can make a future of coexistence. This could be a Jewish state. This could be an Arab state, but we'll mesh the two together. We'll have open borders and people could travel back and forth, and this could be a special economic zone. We'll cooperate together. Just imagine. The Jews 100% down for it. The Jews would have been 1,000,000% down for it. The problem is the Arab mentality, this idea of a Jew cannot self-determine. We will not let a Jew live above us. Everything you see today, all the success of the Jewish people in the world, all the success of Israel in the world, all the success of Israel in this region, it's literally a spit in the face to the Arabs. Because it shows them, hey, we should have accepted that shit. Back then we had an opportunity and we fucked up. And now we're dealing with the consequences of it. That's the truth.
40 years later, in 1988, this is when they remembered to declare their independence. 40 years after they had their opportunity to build a state, an Arab state, side by side the Jewish state, and choose peace. But in 40 years, things change. In 40 years, they launched multiple wars with the intent to annihilate the state of Israel. And as a result, Israel captured more land, not because of dirt, because mainly security reasons. The West Bank, first of all, it's not even the West Bank. This is the modern name.
Right.
The historical name is Judea. My birth certificate says on it that I was born in Judea.
Wow.
Okay, this is what says on it.
That's why we're called Jews today.
So now, Judea, first of all, there is depth to the Jewish people there. And second, it's the Jordanian Valley. And the Jordanian Valley can protect the state of Israel from hundreds of millions of savages who would choose one morning to invade and kill and destroy and do the same things that Hamas did on October 7th. And Israel has the right to have a security built and to have a natural defense line. And this is exactly what the Jordanian Valley does. It's a natural defense line, has something to do with security. For the people who just want to throw solutions like this, like somebody wants to give me an elephant and say, get this elephant in the eye of the needle, please, you know. No, I'm not going to do that job for you. And now they want 2 elephants in the eye of a needle. This is the solution that they are trying to force. And we tell them, no, the reality on the ground is different.
Right.
And there are security needs. There is demographical change. There is geographical change. And nobody has the authority to reverse the wheel of time. No one. Who has the authority to reverse all the suffering, the bloodshed, the wars, the loss of land, the loss of life, the loss of trust between the people? And now say, how about we go back to the 1948? Let's go back.
No.
70 years ago, and please give us what was given to us, and we mismanaged it.
No.
Well, at least if they admit this, to say we are sorry, we made a mistake, we were Arabs and we became stupid Palestinians, and we lost opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. What brought us here? Mismanaging and digging deeper into this ditch. If they come with this humility, then you understand that these people actually learned the lesson, and maybe you can put 2 states next to each other.
No.
But the problem, they are insisting on the same strategy. And of course, if you give them any piece of the land, they're going to think that they are winning, that actually their violence paid off. So tomorrow they're going to say, okay, then I want Tel Aviv, or I want more cities, I want more territory, and I don't want you here at all. If their violence gets rewarded. This is the other aspect, that most of those who push for the Palestinian or the 2-state solution, the 2-state solution is a very similar situation to the 2-husband solution. Does it work? Will it ever work? Have you ever thought about it? Of course not.
You know, this idea of a 2-state solution, some people call it 2-states delusion. It's so drawn out at this point, but he says it in a way where I think when it comes from an Arab Palestinian, it holds so much more gravitas. It has so much more weight to it. You guys need to really understand, the Arabs fucked up every possible opportunity, and they continue to fuck up every possible opportunity. They cannot be trusted with self-governance here. Maybe in other places they might be able to improve, but that ship has and should, for the international community, that opportunity should have sailed a long time ago. It looks like Donald Trump and his new administration kind of understood that and is trying to help that ship sail further now, so we don't have to deal with that reality. But there is no moral justification to making a Palestinian state having a 2-state solution. Absolutely not. That's my thoughts on this. Thank you guys for watching and supporting my channel. I'll see you in the next one. I love you a long time. Goodbye, class. If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat, or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.